In this video, I'm going to demonstrate step by step how to file an LLC in the state of South Carolina. So first step, go to Google, type in South Carolina Secretary of State, and the search results should take you right to this first option here. We want to select business entities online. So if you select that option, what it will do will take you to the main page where you can specify what you would like to complete. So in this case, we can start a new business, search records for an existing business, request documents, so on and so forth. The cool thing about South Carolina is when you go to start a new business, the first page here is where it will force you to check and make sure that your chosen name is in fact available. And so here you'll select your chosen business name and select search, and it will tell you that that name is available. So you know that you're good to go. That's the first step. Now, before you get to this page right here, they're gonna ask you to select or basically register and create an account with the Secretary of State, where you'll enter your email, answer some security questions, and give a password, and then you'll confirm that email. Once your account is created, you'll be able to get to this step directly. It's just about two. I just did it about 2 minutes ago. It's very quick. They send the email right away. There's nothing to wait on. So that's definitely convenient. It's better than some that I've been involved with or had to deal with. So once we know that our name is available, moving on here, we're going to add new entity. Now, the first page that you'll see right after that is form selection. So is the organization a South Carolina entity? And so that just means, are we forming in the state of South Carolina? And we're going to select yes. Domestic is a business that's being organized in the state, and a foreign entity would be a business that is out of state but is registering to conduct business in the state of South Carolina. But so for this, we'll go yes, it's a domestic entity. Choose a business type to see a list of forms. So again, we're going to select the type of business filing, and we're going to select LLC. And we know it's going to tell us that our filing fee is going to be $110 for a domestic articles of organization for LLC. So let's go ahead and start the filing. And so this is where we will enter your your personal information if you're filing it yourself. And those. Okay, continue. New entity name. So that name that you searched for, the name that it said was available, it will automatically populate that there. And then, so your agent information. So this is, if you read down here, this is kind of difficult to see. It's smaller print. If you see agent information, they're referring to your registered agent. If you've seen any of my other videos, I kind of explain what a registered agent is. Think of them as the third arm of your business, or the liaison between your business and communications that come from the state or from the court. Now, in this case, you'll just list your registered agent information here. It must be different from the entity name. So we know that we're going to need to have someone in the state of South Carolina. Let's see here if it gives us an option to search for. Northwest registered agents in South Carolina. I'm searching for right now is the address for Northwest registered agents in the state of South Carolina. Let's see, South Carolina. 6650 Rivers Avenue, Suite 100. Charleston, 29406. Initial designated office. Let's just enter the same. Registration. Not required. So this is where they want us to identify managers and members. So managers um, would be designated if the business has managers that are not owners. It would be called a manager managed LLC, and therefore we would list the managers. In most cases, LLCs are created. Um, uh, at least in the real estate context. I mean, it's not specific to one industry, but it can be manager managed or member managed. Most of the ones that I see are member managed, so that would be where the member is authorized to engage the business, sign documents, and bind the company to business deals or vendors and sign contracts and things like that. So managers, on the other hand, who might not have an ownership interest, they can be designated by the members to act on behalf of the business. So in this case, we will say no, they don't. No, we won't select either of these. If the company is a term company, no, it's not going to be a term company. And then effective date. So this is the date that you want the business to actually become effective and a valid entity. So typically, in most Secretary of State websites, if the business will become effective on the date of filing. Now, if you wanted the business to be effective at a future date that's not today, you could select that and enter it here. So we can say that we want it to be active, we'll say September 1st. And then organizer name. So that would we can just enter mine for this. Let's see, 47. With signing this form, we'll say the organizer. So the organizer is just the person or the business entity that is forming the company if it's not the member. The member is perfectly capable and able to do it themselves. That's kind of why I'm making this video, so I can walk you through step by step what this all looks like, what each page looks like, so that you can do this yourself. Now, the filer, so technically you could be the organizer and the member. A filer, I'm not sure what they mean by filer here. I would just select organizer. That's what most Secretary of State websites call it. I, the undersigned, am typing my own name as direction. Yes, sure. Okay. So if there's an additional organizer, you can add them there. In this case, it's not, there is none. So we'll save and continue. And again, so there's optional forms here that you can pay for. I usually don't pay for the optional forms because they are usually available for free online if you're willing to look for them. We won't pay for them here, but this gives you required forms that you need to pay for. This is your filing fee, as we discussed earlier, and then we'll save and continue from this page. And then what we will do next is our certificate of existence, our official documents. Again, this is optional. You do not have to pay for these. I believe there's probably going to be a fee of between $5 and $10 for those if you want a copy of each. Again, in most states, you can get a copy of these for free. I usually don't pay for them. This lays out your pricing structure of what exactly you're paying for. And then this will take you to the final page where you review everything that you entered and save and check out. And enter your credit card information and everything here and select next, and your total fee for filing your LLC in the state of South Carolina is $125. Best of luck.